didn't see you there. PIEGUYRULZ here, and welcome to the first episode of Universal Theory. Yeah. So, in these videos, I am going to be talking about Steven Universe theories. Duh. But I'm going to try not to repeat anything that's been said numerous times on the internet. I'm going to try to come up with my own theories here, and as such, they're probably going to be smaller theories. They're going to be predictions of what I think is to come. They might be interpretations on certain things that happen in certain episodes. They're probably going to be smaller things than you'll see, you know, your Tumblr posts with 1.5 million paragraphs. I'm going to try to say stuff that hasn't been said elsewhere, or at least things that I don't think have been said elsewhere. So don't expect anything like too crazy, but I'd like to have some interesting interpretations on things here. There's giant spoilers! So this first theory is about the nature of the humans on Beach City. What role do they play in the whole grand scheme of gems in Steven Universe? Obviously right now they're just characters that Steven interacts with and Steven learns things from, and Steven kinda gets his human side stuff, you know, human-y things in by being friends with all of them. But I think in the show in general, I think there's going to be a greater purpose for them that reveals itself towards the end of the series, or maybe towards the end of a season. I have 3 theories on what that could be, what their specific role could be in this whatever kind of ending we get with some kind of gem invasion or fight or something. 2 theories are what I think are kind of plausible, and the third one is just a fun, silly one that I don't actually expect to happen. So let's get into that. The first theory, the one that I think is the most likely to happen, is that the citizens of Beach City stand up and fight for the Earth. They are going to get all armored up and geared up and kick some gem butt in order to help defend the Earth. I would assume that this wouldn't be them fighting like humanoid gems like Lapis and Jasper and Peridot, not that they'd be fighting Lapis anyway, whatever. But I think they would be fighting monster gems, or even monster gem babies. I think that's a very plausible thing. The humans on this show have shown that they have been able to kick butt before. I mean, look at Sadie, the pizza family was able to help Steven and the gems defeat that one monster. I'm sure Onion can probably decimate armies on the battlefield. I think it's pretty plausible that the Beach City denizens would be able to have what it takes, with maybe a little bit of training, to get there and be able to fight back. And who better to train them but Coach Steven? Steven's been shown to be a natural leader and especially a motivator. And it only makes sense that he would be able to both lead the gems and lead the humans, because he's part of both. It would make sense for him to be the bridge. And even furthering this is that there's Rose's armory. Rose has a big armory with armor that fits humans. It looks like it fits humans more than it would even fit a gem. Not that a gem couldn't assume the shape of a human, not that some don't already look like humans, but these are suits of armor that would be very easily worn by the citizens of Beach City. And not only that, but there's tons of other things, like cannons and, well, swords and stuff. Obviously the cannons would be used by Steven, but tons of other swords and all sorts of stuff that they have, as well as Pearl and even Amethyst in her junk room. That would certainly be enough to arm up the citizens of Beach City, and maybe they could even have some kind of weapons that are powered by gems even. We've seen that at least the mirror was powered by Lapis. There might be some other weapons that are powered by gem shards or something like that. I think this is very plausible. I think this is something you see in a lot of other shows and movies. Towards the climax, like Dumbledore's army at the end of Harry Potter, or towards the end of Harry Potter, I should say. Day of Black Sun, that invasion towards the end of Avatar. Of course, that didn't work out, but you know what I mean. This happens a lot, so I think it would be only natural for them to have this part where they take up arms and fight against lesser monsters on the Earth, while maybe the rest of the gems are in space fighting Homeworld, you know, on a ship or something like that. I think that would make sense, as opposed to just kind of having the citizens leave like they did previously in the first season's finale. The second theory that I have is that possibly the humans will be used as some kind of proof that the Earth is worth saving. This one I don't think is as plausible as the first option, but you've seen this before in other narratives that involve aliens, where aliens come down to Earth and they're like, we need proof that the Earth can be saved, or, you know, that there's something of value to be saved in this planet, otherwise we're just gonna destroy it or let it rot or whatever. And I think a strong theme in the show is Steven's bond with people, is that Steven has a very human kindness that the gems are lacking. Not that the gems aren't kind, but they don't really have a lot of empathy and a lot of kindness, especially not the homeworld gems. They don't seem to understand it until Steven kind of points it out. So I think it would tie thematically with a lot of what the show is trying to say about kindness and caring and all that stuff, is that have the humans prove to the gems that they are a species that have something of value, that they can care when the gems don't know how to do that, you know, as much or whatever. Yeah, this isn't supported too much by anything we've seen specifically, but more greater things with the narrative that have been done before in other mediums, as well as it's a strong theme in the show of Steven being kind and the gems not knowing too much about that. Not as much of Steven. You know, the humans have a lot of emotions and stuff that the gems don't. And then the third theory, this is silly, guys. Don't you don't need to post the comments. It's like, oh my god, Parker, it's not gonna happen. That would be so stupid if it happened. I know. Okay, picture this. Alright, so the gems are off somewhere else fighting some other forces or whatever. Meanwhile, Beach City is under attack. So Steven goes to Sour Cream and he's like, Sour Cream, I need you to play music. Everybody start moshing. And they all have a crazy rave dance party in which Steven fuses with Connie and then fuses with everyone. Everyone. They just giant fusion, and it's just like this giant, like, I don't know, interracial human androgynous giant thing that, like, I don't know, punches a giant gem monster in the face, and the day is saved thanks to everyone fusing because everyone loves each other. That would be so stupid, but at the same time, if there's anyone that could pull off something as ridiculous and weird, it would be the Crewniverse. Like, I think they have the power to make anything not be cheesy and weird and, you know, feel wrong for the series. Although, it would require a very special set of writers to be able to handle that and not make it cheesy and weird. But like I said, you know, a major theme is the humans having this kind of connection to each other and this caring for each other, and it would be pretty fitting to have them all come together in some way towards the ending. But yeah, I think that's completely ridiculous, and, like, that wouldn't happen, right? Right? That wouldn't happen. But I do feel very strongly that the first thing is going to happen. There's going to be some kind of massive fight with the humans and monster gems, or something of the like. Let me know what you guys think about this theory, and what, you know, if you have any feedback for this series in general. PIEGUYRULZ.